Hi, Mr. DAPs, and I'm here in Frontierland at Big Thunder Ranch, and today is the end of a lot of things at Disneyland, but most importantly, the end of the running of the goats. So take a look.
Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna miss
In addition to the Thunder Ranch closing, the train will be going down for the foreseeable future as well, along with Fantasmic, all the riverboats, as we mentioned last week with Sunday with DAPs. But it will be a huge transition, and it won't be the end of the world, because next Sunday we'll be right back here at Disneyland, and you can tell us where you want us to go. So we'll see you then. Welcome to Geeks Corner, the only show no longer powered by goats. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Hayley.
And I'm Cameron.
Welcome back, guys. We changed things up in the last week or two, or whenever we changed them, I don't know. But we are going to continue to change things, and it'll be a lot of fun. Disneyland's changing things as well.
Always.
And
Good theming.
Do you want to do... I know. I love how these things accidentally happen.
No,
And
accidentally. Totally intentionally.
Totally intentionally.
Thank
Because we
you.
plan every second of this show, every week, down to... I don't know.
And if you'd like to comment on our planning,
That's what I
please
was
join
hoping
us
you'd
with
get
the
to.
hashtag Geeks Corner on the tweetlings.
And the first thing we're going to talk about is the remembrance of the goats that are no longer with us, but they're not away from this world. They're in Marietta.
And with us in spirit?
I don't know. Do you think they miss us?
No.
I mean,
They have no way.
they're probably happier because there's not people going around grabbing their tails and playing with
Fair
their
enough.
ears.
I just want to know if that one goat that always stood and stared into the corner has found a new corner. That is the
I hope so.
important.
What was its name?
Penny.
Penny?
Penny
Okay.
goat.
I think it was probably a her then.
We miss you, Penny.
Good point. Yeah, yeah.
Dime's sister left.
What? Oh. You're
What?
so funny. Dime sister left. Haha.
Oh, waka waka.
You need to change your jokes. Change. Change. That barely made any sense. I'm sorry.
Okay, now we're going to. Please move on.
Please move on. No, let's stay here and make it more awkward. It's way more fun that way. So we had the goats disappear on Sunday. We had that wonderful running of the goats video that Murray put together for us. We also captured the final Fantasmic at 10:45, thanks to the help of really everybody on the team. There was a major group process for that, and
Yep.
Murray edited that one as well for us, and that went up today, and it looked like, from what I saw, the parts of it, fantastic.
Or Fantasmic. This
Don't you
one's
love when they do that together? Like it's like they sit there and like, what can we plan this week?
We didn't coordinate our outfits this
It's
week, so we
true.
had to, do something.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in you guys.
I'm disappointed in us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the TARDIS moved that we're just like,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you know?
Temporal vortexes, and
Uh-huh.
you know.
Well, and we have this cool new, whatever you call it, chalkboard.
Ooh.
If
Yeah.
you even want to call it that.
It's a board of chalk.
Not
We should do that because we have the board of chalk in the wall of Geek, so that could be something. So this is obviously going to change things at Disneyland for the next year and a half or something like that.
Or so.
Whatever it ends up being. What do you think of not being able to go anywhere north and west of anywhere? Like, how is that going to change your day at Disneyland? You're like, I don't care. I just go see the Star Wars stuff.
Well, that's the thing. Strike those parts down, and they will come back more powerful than you can possibly imagine. So,
Okay. What do you think, Haley?
I mean, it's gonna change my life and giving people directions if everything's closed.
Yeah.
really true.
I
You
always
can't go
send
that
them-
way. You can't go.
Always
just,
send them
just
around
go
the
to the
rivers,
middle.
so I'll be like, go around a bunch of walls, but that'll be everywhere. Like,
If you can even go that way.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
there's gonna be walls everywhere. So it'll just be like
Just
blue wall.
go
maybe?
find Walt and turn right. Like everything's going to be go find Walt and then
It really is. We're
Because
gonna
you
have to
have to go
direct
back to
everybody
the
back
middle.
to the center.
yeah. And I wonder what that's going to do for like guest flow during fireworks.
It's awesome.
It's going to be so amazing. I want to watch the fireworks from New Orleans Square now.
Yeah, because there won't be nearly as many people.
There's going to be
Yeah.
nobody over there, and you'll get
I
these
wonder.
awesome pictures of walls with fireworks.
Well, are they going to still? Because I know the island is going to be encapsulated in some fashion, but will they still do the other fireworks from the island for the
I
fireworks?
sure
over
hope
there?
not.
I'm wondering if they'll do something. I don't
Maybe
know.
they'll just do snow.
That'd be cool.
Maybe they should make
I
the
think-
entire park snow. Every night.
All the time,
Sure.
All the time.
forever.
You want day also?
Yeah, day if possible. I would accept
That would be new magic.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Let's see. Sunday was a sad day at Disneyland, but glad I was there. Wonderful effects, Daps Murray, Jason Awesome says. And hey, there's a picture of us. That's cool too.
Oh.
And William Fonda said explosions. All
was
right.
it all in capitals by chance?
Yes, was.
It was all in capitals.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yeah,
writing
yeah, it was.
explosions the correct way.
I should have let you read those. I'm sorry, Roger. I got excited about reading the Twitter. So what do you think? We got new changes announced also. We got to see this cool new rendering of what will be coming to the Rivers of America. We might even have artwork for people to see at home. Woo! Look at that.
Wow.
Fancy.
We are
Go
so high tech.
Places.
What do you think of this?
I think it's awesome. I
It
think
looks really nice.
coolest design. I love the like the trestle bridge that they're doing with the train. That is
That's actually
right
what
below
sold
me.
me on it, is my love of trains. I was like, ooh, a trestle. I want one in my train set. How do we get a trestle back here?
It's going to give beautiful views of the rivers of America after they've been finished. It's
Ooh,
I think
look
a cool
Oh,
effect.
it got bigger.
Yes.
It's more important than we are.
Hello, Internet.
Jenny will enjoy the one floating head.
It looks so cool though.
Oh,
Oh, I was
It
going to
looks-
float sideways for her, too. Oh, well.
It looks better than any other concept art I've seen recently.
I think this is
It's not in that
It's
picture.
off shot left.
It's off to your left.
Yeah.
Just go that way. So what were you saying, Haley?
It looks better than any like the last concept art I saw. I don't want to name any specific instances, but a lot of it's been a lot of clip art recently. So it's really nice it is.
Yes, I agree with that as well. It'll be interesting to see exactly like how that fits into the bigger picture of the area and what's like where the green fuzzy thing is in the background. Like what will be behind that? And I'm
Just
really
green
looking
fuzzies.
green fuzzies.
Green
Yeah.
fuzzies. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Out
a
of focus,
forest of
blurry.
Can they
green
be? Can they
fuzzies.
also be floating fuzzies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be really cool
Logically.
too.
But I mean, from a design perspective, I can see why they brought the bridge that forward. Everything makes sense, and they can very easily conceal the magic of Star Wars Land behind it in a very Disney way.
Yeah, yeah. And as we saw in the most recent Star Wars movies, there's trees on other planets.
There is.
So,
I've never seen so much.
sorry
green.
for the spoilers for those that haven't seen it yet, but
There's other planets?
Oh, no.
they travel in space too, Tyler.
I quit.
Okay. You
It also
think
gets
he's
hooked at
kidding?
The Indian village estate.
Yeah, that was in the
Yes.
picture too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Or moving or something.
moving.
Like
Yeah.
I'm betting not staying, but it'll still be around. What are you most excited about with the future changes? You can say it if you're going to grin it.
Star Wars. That's the best. However, I mean, overall, I think it looks like they put a lot of thought into the things they're changing that are iconic, and I'm excited to see how they're going to capture the feel of older attractions in a new way.
Mhm.
I think that'll look cool.
Very cool. What do you think?
I agree with that too, because I wasn't like super
Did everybody just hear
stoked.
that? Haley said she's excited about Star Wars.
Okay, I didn't mean it in
Just
that
saying
way.
that.
I meant like more the latter half of that because I wasn't as excited about Star Wars. So the fact that
But you're still
seeing-
excited about Star
seeing-
Wars, right?
Sure, seeing this artwork gives me hope
I
that
love
it'll
your
be
enthusiasm for
Is
Star
it
Wars.
a New
Haley.
Hope? Would you say?
I knew if I said that
Stop
word
it.
that someone would
Watch
say
out!
something.
She's gonna strike back.
No.
But,
Can
can you keep going?
No.
The
No,
Force
no,
is
him.
gonna wake
No.
us at
I don't want. No.
Yeah, no return.
Moving on.
So, are you excited about potentially flying the Millennium Falcon?
Sure. Oh, I'm getting cues from the audience that say
They're
yes.
saying you are. But are you really, or do you just like,
I have no. I don't know. I don't know.
Depends. Is BB?
you have a couple years to figure it out.
Oh, if BB-8's there, then sign
Well, that's
me
the
up.
thing. It's going to be a modern ride, so he has to be on it,
I
right?
love BB-8. I don't care. If
Do you
it was
love
just, if it
BB-8
was
more
just
than
like,
you love R2-D2?
No,
Oh.
if it was just
No.
like if it was like the Big Thunder Festival Arena and like they said it was Star Wars Land and it was just BB-8 and R2-D2 there, like I would be happy with just that. Like I would accept Star
so
Wars
we
Land
could-
as just them.
So it could be an empty dust pit.
Yes.
With
If I could talk to them and they would like talk back to me, like
And sure
I don't
they
speak
care.
their language,
Yeah.
and yeah, I would be a happy camper.
So are you taking lessons to speech droid?
No, I should. My poor children
Did
don't
you hear
understand
the
me.
committed tone in that?
That was
no, but I
like-
should. And
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I
That
love
was-
them so much.
I'm so happy about this, because think of where she was a few months
No,
ago.
not now.
Think of where
I'm
she
just
was a
thinking
few
about the
months ago
times
with
that I
Star
have.
Wars.
What?
Think of where you were a few months ago with Star
I
Wars,
know.
and now you're tearing up over 2 droids.
No, not today. That was last time. I've grown since then.
You've grown in your love?
I was offended, when I hit the R2 potato earlier. Because I hit
Artato?
it. When I was doing the chalk art, I was sad that I hurt him.
He was sad too. He was so sad that he didn't even reply.
Yeah, he thought you guys were spuds. It's gonna be that kind of night.
Wow, it's like Johnny Five never left. All right, let's move on. Is that,
Please,
is
yeah.
that okay? Or would you like to
Please.
continue your ode to droids?
No, it'll never be completed anyway.
Do you want to write a poem?
As long as it's imagination left in the world.
Actually, if you're at home, write a poem that's ode to droids, and she will read them.
I
You
am
do
a
that, right,
pentameter,
Haley?
if you could, please.
You would read them, though, if they set them
Sure.
in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we have a dramatic reading? Haley promises to dramatically read any poem you send in, no matter what.
It's dramatic just because of my dedication to them. Like, we don't need to specify that.
Okay, we'll go with it. All right, well, our next guest. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I move on? Okay.
I'm not too
Our
good,
next
but
guest
yeah.
has traveled further than any guest has ever traveled to be on Geeks Corner. In fact, she's traveled over, was it 2,500 miles? 3,000 miles?
She was counting the whole way.
She traveled multiple hours in multiple airplanes?
No, just one airplane.
One airplane.
I was in the middle seat.
In the middle seat. She traveled in the middle seat all the way from
Just
the
to
East
be
Coast to the
here.
West Coast just to be on Geeks Corner. And the fact that she's going to Disneyland has absolutely nothing to do with
Nope.
it. But she is the creator of Magical Ribbons and geeky ties and bows and all of that is that. But we'd like to welcome Hayley from Magical Ribbons.
Where's the part where I segue really cool out of the shot?
Yeah, it's the really cool art.
I heard the TARDIS, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Hayley has been a dedicated fan of Geeks Corner for how long?
Before the show even was started.
Before the show was even started,
With
you were
DAPs
there.
Magic, and then Geeks Corner started, and I was like, I like this show.
Right from day one, huh?
Yes.
You were the only person that
I
day
was
one
the only
was
person
like, I like this
commenting.
show.
Everybody else is like, what?
Let's put a camera in front of us and see what happens. That'll be good. That's really cool. And so you're visiting us from Florida. You go to Walt Disney World as often as we go to Disneyland, pretty much, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you get to go in and you're Disney bound and you bring your geeky bows and you've got people all around the world that wear your bows.
Yeah,
right?
I do. I've sold all over the place. Australia, England, Japan, Singapore.
I know some of those places.
Oh, okay, cool. And
Can
then,
you spell them?
No.
And I know I saw a lot to California
Mhm.
and a lot to Florida, where the parks are.
One, it's funny because we'll be in the parks pretty frequently, and I feel like at least every other Sunday we see something that you've created somewhere.
Oh, yay.
And I don't know for sure always, but yeah, you can tell yours pretty well. I feel.
I love hearing stories like that because it just makes me happy to know that people made a connection because of me, not even being there, just
Yeah.
to start up a conversation because it's like, oh, you're wearing a Magical Ribbons bow.
So how did you get started with Magical Ribbons?
It would just kind of fell into my lap. I started making bows for myself because I couldn't find a Peter Pan hat at Disney World.
Oh,
So I made a Peter Pan bow with a red feather,
cool.
and I posted them to Tumblr, and I started making more
So
characters.
you wore that in your hair though, not in your.
In my hair, yeah.
Not as a
my
bow
hair
tie.
was.
Okay.
And I posted them to Tumblr, and then people just flooded in
Mhm.
saying, can you make this? Can you make this? I want to buy them. And in like 10 days' time, I was running a business.
Wow. If
My-
only
my
every
fourth
business started
anni-
that fast.
My
That's
4th
so
anniversary was January 3rd. That was
Good.
my 4th anniversary of Magical
I
Ribbons.
feel like you've been around so much longer. That's
Well,
really
I've known
cool.
Hayley for longer than that because we became friends on Tumblr because we had the same name before I
Which is
started
the best
Magical
reason.
Ribbons.
And it's
To be
spelled the
friends.
same way, right?
It's spelled the same way too.
Yeah.
And then she sent me on a mission after she was like starting Magical Ribbons to make one of your bow ties there to get the maps for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
She
so
got
I-
the very first park map bow.
Yes.
Wow. Why aren't you wearing it tonight?
I didn't plan ahead.
I
could-
had a
we could
whole
have
bunch of
matched.
bows that she could have worn. And
I
she
know.
was
I have like a whole collection, and
First
she
time
has
ever.
a whole bunch that she brought, and I didn't know.
because you were
missed-
like, because
just missed
I'm
that
wearing
one, huh?
Spider-Man. I didn't bring Spider-Man.
I know.
And
I brought my
yet
Spider-Man.
none were
bow.
offered to me.
Well,
Oh.
you're not wearing a collared shirt.
Who said anything about not wearing it in my hair?
I have one in my bag. Do you
Collared
want it
shirt.
later?
Probably.
Okay.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's just like polka dots and stuff.
I want to see that Instagram with it in his hair.
Yes.
Reasonable. All right.
Don't you think
Committed.
that'd be great?
It has been sent to the
Okay.
internet. Now it
It's-
must be so.
It's been said. Disney Smurf 12 says you were the reason that she started watching. How does
Aww.
that feel? So have you ever been to California before, for one?
No.
So you've never been to California before. You've never been to Disneyland before. Today, did you go to Downtown Disney?
We did,
I heard
yeah.
That was the plan. What did you think of Downtown Disney versus Disney Springs in Florida?
It's so small. And it was so chill too. It was just like
So many times she brought up like, "Is this how it normally is? Like,
There was-
it's this quiet."
there
And
was
it's
like a family dueling lightsabers.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wow, there's actually room to do that.
Okay.
Because Disney Springs is like.
Do you have to? I think you kind of have to say it with like a British accent. Can you do this for us?
Disney Springs.
Thank you. Okay, continue.
It's just
Proper.
Proper.
no matter
yeah.
what time of the day you go, there's just so many people, and the walkways are so small. And I just noticed it Downtown Disney here, like it had larger walkways and just not a lot of people. And I was just like, this is pretty chill.
That's very cool. What'd you do while you were down there besides watching people fight with lightsabers?
And buying all the things.
Yeah, I was like looking at all the diamond celebration
Remember,
stuff.
pace yourself. You got to get into the park and
I
have money
think I've
still.
already spent like $50 in diamond anniversary things.
Okay,
Um,
that's actually pretty good for one day.
We ate at the Storytellers Cafe
Okay.
at Grand.
Nice.
I almost said Floridian. I almost said Grand Floridian, Grand Californian.
Mm-hmm.
And I squealed when I saw the Esplanade.
Oh, okay. Very
Aw.
cool. It was a magical moment. Huh?
It was
Did you go in the Lego store?
no. I have
love the
that.
Lego store. But it's a Lego store. Okay, apparently I only like the Lego store, but that's okay. Annie Macbeth says, "Yay, Hayley! I love my bow and get compliments all the time."
I saw her the other day, and she showed it to me in person. It was good.
That's awesome. So
Ah.
tomorrow's your first day at Disneyland
Yes.
of 3. Is that what I remember?
I'll be going 4 days.
4 days.
3.5 days
Okay,
technically.
3.5
I
days.
leave Saturday night.
Okay, that's very cool. So what are you most looking forward to at? Let's go both parks. Each park.
I think, well, it'd be Haunted Mansion if it wasn't closed right now, but I think the Matterhorn, because it's very like classic and original to Disneyland, but it's something completely different that I've never done at Disney World. And
I'm looking forward to hearing what you think of it afterwards.
yeah, I'm really excited for that. As for California Adventure, for some odd reason, I think I want to say Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Okay, you win.
It's because a member of our studio audience
Yeah.
just like
There's
Monsters
like a dance
Inc.
break.
So, but is that the reason, or
Kind of. She's like
Okay.
infiltrated me.
Okay.
Now, if I may make a suggestion, why don't we do a quick round robin and make recommendations for her of things that she should do while she's here?
Oh, first time
Yeah,
things
that
you have to do your
things that
first
you
time
have
at
to
the
do.
Disneyland Resort. Great. Let me not prepare. You get to go first.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to carry over from Florida that obviously you can do here that you could do there, but I feel like you have to do here. So, for all that is good, please get a churro and walk down Main Street. Like, that is really important.
Can I twirl down Main Street?
Yes,
Please
please.
I'll do that.
Yes.
Please do.
No, I'm super excited just to like walk in Walt's footsteps
Mhm.
and just to be like Walt created this. Walt had his hand in this. Walt walked here. It's just, I'm gonna cry so much tomorrow.
I love this hearing about this.
Haley, what would you say she has to do?
I feel like she needs to see Paint the Night. I know she's like already prepared to see that. Like,
yeah,
no,
Paint
like,
the Night.
There's for sure you are already seeing it,
yeah.
but I know you're gonna.
I've been listening to that soundtrack for like 2 weeks straight. Like I know it by heart now.
Yeah.
We're gonna do two circles,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first one is you have to get a picture in front of the firehouse
Yes.
in Walt's
yes,
apartment.
yes. Which the lamp is
Because I
back in the window.
think you will appreciate that, and that will be something that you'll treasure
I'm gonna cry
for
now.
years to go. You're up.
Oh, now see, now you got me on the spot. This thing.
You started it, man.
I did start it. I would say if you get the opportunity and you're around close to sunset, go watch the flag retreat.
Definitely.
They do have a similar thing, of course, in Florida, but it's
This
well
one's
worth it.
better.
Yeah,
It's way
I can imagine.
Here. But yes, go
I
check it
agree.
out.
We have had an audience suggestion saying that you need to go get pixie dusted in
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
That's magical.
Should be
What's
very
another
magical.
audience suggestion?
Oh, I just think that possibly tomorrow she should see Red Carney's Boys and
Go see Red Carney's Boys and Minnie Mouse. Mickey,
I'm gonna.
and those people.
Tomorrow is completely Disneyland, and then DC.
I
Oh.
don't know if that's a good idea.
That's my last suggestion is go and see Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Yes.
Yeah, I will.
That's always been a very special place to me, and I just think you'll love that show, and it's very Walt, I think.
It's so moving.
It is.
Every time
It's-
I forget about it, you go sit down and you go, oh yeah, my heart.
It's a best of a lot of things.
Yes.
and so
It's
I'm
gonna be
definitely
hard
excited.
for me not to think about the time he malfunctioned.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Is there any like one picture or photo op you're hoping to get on this trip?
I've thought about it, and I think it's I want to recreate where Walt is standing at the train station at the railing, looking down Main Street.
Very good shot. Yeah.
That's a good choice.
So I'm going to be taking a lot of photos in the next few days, but I'm overwhelmed with emotion.
Wait,
Yes,
quick
sir.
Suggestion.
Oh.
Yes.
William Fonda says, "Watch Cars and Go Neon."
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
yes.
excellent choice.
Yes,
That sounds cool.
Yes.
It's,
That's at dusk.
yeah, so usually around sunset, around 5-ish, a little bit earlier now.
Sunset goes off. Is what
2 minutes
it's
after.
supposed to happen.
Yes.
And another Twitter suggestion.
Yes.
Someone named Mary Casillas says
Yep.
Haley has to see Magical Map.
Magical Map.
Magical
yes.
Map, another good choice. Very much so.
Definitely.
That would be my mother-in-law that just
Yes.
commented that.
Friday,
Hi, Mom.
I will be having a meetup,
Cool.
and I'll be giving out free bows that I made that
Ooh.
are like diamond colors.
Can I come?
Give them the information.
It's going to be Friday in the Small World Mall area at 4 p.m.
Cool.
Yes.
What
so,
time's the parade on
come-
Friday?
I think it's at 3.
Perfect.
I planned
Just
that.
checking.
Good, good.
Just checking.
Way to think. Yes.
I mean, I
I'm
know
still
how to
in
do
Christmas
Disney World.
schedule
So.
in my
I
head.
think she's
so-
more prepared than anyone.
She probably
Really.
is. She's like, it's at 3, and then at 4 we can do this because nobody will be there, and they'll be running
Well,
away.
she's used to going to war when she goes to the park, so she's got this.
They're-
You did say Friday, right?
Friday, yes.
Friday at 4, and they can find you on social media where?
On Tumblr, Magical Ribbons. On Instagram, Magical Ribbons. On Facebook, Magical Ribbons. And on Twitter,
see a
Magical
trend.
_Ribbons.
Yeah.
And which one will you be checking the most this week? if they haven't
Instagram.
Instagram's where to look, and that's how you'll find her on Friday, 4 o'clock, Small World Mall.
Yes.
I got it all. Cool. Is there any one food you're looking forward to?
I heard that the Boardwalk Pizza pasta place was good.
It's a good place. Yeah.
Because I'm a vegetarian, so I'm limited.
Mhm.
So I've
They have
looked
a
at all
cheese
the
dog.
menus.
I was going to say corn dog
Haley and
before
I
she
are
said she
kindred
was a
souls when it
vegetarian.
comes to food.
I was like, well, have a cheese dog now, so.
Substituted it for yourself and then said it.
Yeah.
And just so you know, you're not going to be that limited. I mean, they've got options.
No, there's actually,
Because she wants to go to Jolly Holiday in general, so
Yeah.
we recommended. the
and
grilled
Amanda
cheese.
does a fantastic vegetarian series on DAPs, and I would check it out.
I
'cause
was
she,
like when I
she
saw
writes about these things, and I'm like, I'm not vegetarian, but I totally want that.
Sounds good.
when I saw those articles being posted, I was really appreciative
Yeah.
of that.
She will appreciate hearing that, I'm sure.
And I've tried
she
the-
works very hard on
I think
that.
it's the vegetarian gumbo
Mhm.
that they have over there, and it is bomb.com. And I'm not a vegetarian, and I'll eat that. So, like,
Does he say that often? Okay. So you know it must be good,
It's
because
very
his wife
special.
has never heard him say that before. That's awesome. Okay, okay, we're going to move on, and we're going to keep you here.
Hold on.
Okay.
We got another tweet.
Oh, we got another tweet. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Someone named morning, Mary Casillas again says, "Hi, son."
Hi.
We can move on now.
Was there more? Oh, okay, that was it.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So just today, they announced the opening date of Shanghai Disney will be 6/6/16.
6/16.
Oh.
6/16/16. Sorry.
Okay.
And so that means we will have the newest Disney theme park opening this year officially. And we got a glimpse of the castle that looks very much
It's-
like the one in front of the. Well, there you can see it right there. Everybody turns around. We have a monitor back there, but
That is not even close to life size. It's huge.
and it looks a lot like those ones in front of the movies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I was amazed at how I was like, oh, well, it just needs a train going by it. And yeah. What do you guys think about Shanghai Disney? Is it somewhere you want to go someday? Any feelings, thoughts?
We're all going for the opening, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We can totally all make it
We
there.
thought we'd take a boat.
Leave tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll take the canoes because they're not being used.
Right,
they're
they're
not
not.
using
They wouldn't mind.
well, let's take the Columbia then, really.
paddle
I
it.
mean, let's go in style.
No, see that's going from haha we're making jokes to let me live out this lifelong dream.
On the Columbia?
Dude, yes.
Not the Mark Twain.
Mark Twain would take too long. Columbia's awesome. I'm way more pirate than
I want to
poet.
see. I want to see an article on why I want to live on the Columbia. Like, I think that'd be fantastic.
Confined spaces, scurvy.
Is there? Is there
Cannons.
yeah.
Canon's a legitimate reason. We don't actually talk about that.
So, is there anything you're particularly looking forward to in Shanghai, or is it more just the fact this is another cool Disney park?
I like the Tomorrowland like
Tron thing.
Yeah, I'm a huge Tron fan, so I'm freaking out a little bit about that.
Cool.
Yeah, looks fun.
I want to do the storybook boat thing in the castle
Mhm.
that I don't know the name of.
I think that is the actual name.
The storybook
Boat
boat
Yeah,
thing
it's
in
in
the
the
castle.
castle, but I don't know the name.
The enchanted storybook
Yeah.
Canal.
canal something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. There's a pirate land too, right? Like a pirate.
The
theme.
whole Treasure Cove.
And I think that's right, Treasure Cove, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's
And their Main Street.
The
That's
non-
Mickey
the
Avenue.
non-Main Street
I knew
Mickey
I had,
Avenue.
I have that word. Yeah,
Good
like
job.
that'll be cool to see something different.
Is there
it'll
anything
be
you're
very
looking forward
cool.
to, Haley?
I mean, I don't know a whole much about it, but my life goal is to go to every Disney resort. So I'm on number 2 right now.
good.
Hey, you're on the right track.
You are
So
improving.
let's add another one to the list. And
Yeah. And which one of all of them, now that Disneyland is checked off the list as of tomorrow, after that, what would be your next
Probably Paris.
wish list?
Paris.
I like Paris a
Mhm.
lot. It's a fun place. Very good. Excellent choice. So we might have noticed we've changed the set a little bit again.
What?
And I know nobody said anything. I was shocked. The reason that is because Cameron's here now, and I've been really interested in hearing how. Yeah, it's all his fault. We used to have this thing called the Wall of Geek, where we would rate things on how geeky they are and how cool they are. And I just think, with Cameron's unique perspective on so many things, that we needed to bring the Wall of Geek back. And we will be returning. We might even have it next week. It might be a segment next week. We'll see. And so up here is the return of the Wall of Geek. And if you have a... oh, good. People like it. Some of them. Your wife didn't care, though. She just
Yay, something more for Cameron to do. Yeah.
so this is the part where you get to join in, as we want to know what theme you would like to see for next week's Wall of Geek. In the past, we've picked very segmented themes for 5 additions to the Wall of Geek. I don't know if we'll do 5, but we might even just have 1. Who knows? But we'll be adding to this in the future, and we hope you'll enjoy it. And now we can reach the Wall of Geek again without climbing all over a TARDIS, so it's doable. The other thing that will be happening starting on Friday, this is your segue, so you can take over
Oh,
right now.
cool.
Remember that cool hashtag that you came up with? The
Yes, I remember
The
it.
GCVSHP.
I believe that was the one we
That's
said.
the
yes.
hashtag,
Yes.
yeah. It's the
Thank
one I
you,
put in
because
my
I totally
notes.
remembered.
Yeah.
So for those of you who joined us on our last little foray into Twittering,
Outing.
excursion into Twittering, we reviewed the Star Wars films. Explosion into Twittering. We reviewed the last few Star Wars films, and because of the spattering of success that we've had with that,
Smattering, something.
bit of success. It was actually a really enjoyable thing
Well,
to
really,
do.
what it comes down to is entertain me. And
Yeah.
so
if it's good with him,
we'll just keep going.
we'll
It's
just keep
good.
doing it.
Yeah.
So we're moving on from Star Wars, and we're taking off the cam part of it because it's grown into something far beyond myself. And
Isn't it great when those kind of things
Yeah,
happen? Or just
and
take on
I
a
don't
life
have
of our
nearly enough ego to keep it for myself, despite what everyone says.
own.
So-
Well, we can debate that another day.
We don't have enough time. So we've decided to move on. We're going to move on to doing Harry Potter, which is going to be really, really fun. And we're starting on Friday.
Friday.
We have at least 8 films to go through. And there's...
And then the Lord of the Rings after that, right?
It's on the list. We can even do all the Star Wars or Star Treks if we want to torture ourselves.
Some of them are okay.
Some of them are okay, but most of them aren't.
It's
And
a 50-50 bet with Star Trek.
it depends if it's even or odd, but that's not the point.
I love that we just went through all... Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Haley's face right now.
So we're going to start with Harry Potter.
There's no droid. Oh, there is one droid.
There's one droid.
There's one droid.
Well,
One
I'm-
android.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm the one who pitched this so that I
She
can
did.
see them, and I'm working.
Yeah, you are.
We'll have to fix that.
He started
How am I
it.
supposed
He
to
planned
watch
it.
all
I
of
didn't
them?
He planned it.
We'll watch it twice.
And he missed it.
I have the first
It'll be
one
no
in
problem.
front of me.
Anybody have a problem with
I
watching
wasn't
it twice?
consulted at all.
His idea.
Thanks.
Any biscuits. The hashtag is going to be GCVSHP. I
Which
believe.
stands for...
Geeks Corner versus Harry Potter.
It is now on the screen.
Oh, good job.
It is on
Yes,
the
I'll
versus.
change it first.
Because we are going to take it
Now
down.
it's official.
We're going to break down a few notches.
So we will be watching that. You can join us on the interwebs via Twitter and start it at the exact same time as us, right? And then that was the original goal, right? Was people start it when
Yeah,
we
you can
started,
watch it at the same
and then
time.
they can tweet along also.
And to be fair, this was Haley's idea. I will give her credit
Well,
that this
it
was
doesn't
Haley's
matter
idea.
now if I'm not there.
Um,
We're just gonna do a trial run, apparently.
yeah, this is
Yes.
just testing it, and it was decided right before we started the episode. That's why you weren't consulted on it.
I
And
was
I see
here
we already
also.
have-
How did that happen?
I was talking to him. You were consulted too.
I told him you were working, in all fairness.
He did.
I
30 seconds before the
So
start
you
of the
just
show.
didn't care.
well, I heard
Oh,
nothing
I
about
care.
this. I just heard the hashtag. I was like, okay, that's the hashtag, and I heard Tyler's like, oh yeah, I'm off at 6:45. But
I'm off at 12:30. I don't think we want to wait for
Not
me.
Friday.
we will figure it out. Watch us on Twitter, and we will have a plan.
We will inform you
before
of
Friday.
things.
Apparently not.
We do have one suggestion I see for Wall of Geek, and that is Geeky Animals from Miss Bailey C, who's also watched us from day one.
I'm in.
And
Now, are you thinking animals that are geeky, like koalas wearing
well,
glasses?
she has a picture of her cat. Well, I think it's her cat.
Okay, so we're
Oh,
thinking
Wait, I'm out.
actual. So you're saying actual animals. I was thinking fictional animals from.
Oh,
Well,
fictional
you could
I
pick
was
like a
thinking
sloth. I
fictional,
feel like
yeah.
sloths are
Thank-
geeky, right?
I want to rank. I'm
They're
thinking
weird.
of something.
Like-
I want to
Some
rank
Disney
something.
sidekicks.
Wait, what animal are you thinking?
I want to put the Never Beast on there.
Ah!
He's beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah, it's an animal, right?
that is an animal. Well, sentient. Does sentience disqualify as
We will
animal?
discuss it before next week, and
Now
we will.
you are gonna make me cry if
We
you
will-
talk about the Never Beast. I'll tell you that much.
So anyway, we are running out of time for tonight. Make sure you go to magicalribbons.com and check out Haley's ribbons. They're very geeky, they're very awesome, and you all need them. I'm wearing one, so should you. With that, I see we are past our 10 o'clock mark, so we'll see you around the corner.
Bye.
Bye.